Thank you, sir. Every thought you produce, anything you say, any action you did, it bears your signature. He is a very amazing personality, a man of achievement, a man who has gone a long way and has learned a lot. And today his presence makes the occasion very beautiful. I feel honored to welcome our respected chairman, Lion M.A. Vijay Mohan sir, to deliver the presidential address.
Beloved Principal Dr. Somu, Chief Guest of this occasion, Dr. Nagaraj, Associate Professor and the Head of the Department of English, Bhadra University, Head of the Department of English, Das, Dr. Das, and Vanilla Nancy has ended the welcome address and have added few adjectives to my operations. Anyway, I don't know whether I fit it, but anyway, I thank her from the bottom of my heart. And Princess Sophia, who will be introducing the chief guest, and Sudhakar, who will be supporting the report of the research activities, and Subhashini, who will be rendering the vote of thanks. Most eminent faculty members, my dear student friends and master of ceremony, a very good morning to all of you. At the outset, I would like to thank our principal for being kind enough to permit me to speak, breaking the agenda, because I have a family pressing engagement where I have to be there. So I will be very brief, and it's quite interesting that the second function of this week by the English department, and the earlier function was something great, where more than 50 parents were there. But something unique with STC, attributing a lot of importance to the involvement of the parents. As I was telling the other day, it's a triangular effort where the institution, student or parent contribute to the growth and welfare of the student community and fraternity. I would like to congratulate Priya Harini, daughter of Dr. Manikandan, Associate Professor in Department of Commerce, and I would also like to congratulate her mother. Mothers are more special. So coming all the way to support this daughter and release the cherishma of her own child is something great. This is how the parents should be in a position to motivate the children, and if such motivation comes from the faculty and parents, definitely they will be reaching great heights in their life. Congratulations to Priya and their mother. So the Research Department of English is taking a new dimension in Saraswati Araja College, and it is a very enthusiastic movement. I hope the introduction of the research activities into this institution, and with a lot of guideships from all those enlightened faculties, the department is set to achieve historical achievements in the days to come. And usually I understand that research is widely done in two wings, that is literature and language. And speaking about English language is something very interesting, because I have been educated from an English medium institution in Coimbatore, Kamiraj Matriculation School in 1965. And whenever I come to this, when I hear the word literature, I jump back to my 10th year, 11th year of my age, because that's where I was learning. And one madam, Mrs. Main, who was my teacher, gave me an opportunity to speak English and act in a drama, and that was inspiring. And those days we had non-detail. There was a subject called non-detail. In the non-detail, mostly it will be Shakespearean dramas, and English poetry will speak about William Wordsworth, natural poet, and all the other English poets. So English is something, when you listen to the Shakespearean dramas, you go into the ancient culture and try to understand the human behavior, because it speaks about various human personalities, and Shakespeare is a unique person who is ultimately coming out of the 7 stages of the world, where it speaks about the stages of the person. So English is something interesting to people who have a passion towards English. So I would obligate to the student community here to enhance a passion for English, and also go to library, pull out more books, read more of literature and language, so that you have great opportunities to carry out research in these areas. And I am being told by Das, if you could do doctorate in English, post-doctoral, you can go abroad and you can get even stipend of 2 to 3 lakhs from the universities. I hope all these friends, after some time, my own friends, both ladies and gentlemen who are sitting here, our students, will come back with a English attire and present themselves with a beautiful English and contribute to the cause of this institution by presenting themselves as great personalities in the days to come. So I wish all concerned for the excellent opportunity, and also for the involvement and initiative in carrying out this program to foster research in SCC. I once again thank you, and thank our principal for the privilege for permitting me to overlook and render my address. Thank you very much. I hope all of you will understand the situation, and I may kindly be excused to go. Thank you. Thank you.
A very good morning, one and all present here. Good morning. Yes, thank you for your response. So welcome, sir. Respected Chief Guest of the Day, DR.P.NAGARAJ, the well-wisher of STC, Associate Professor and Head, Department of English and Foreign Languages, Barrier University, Coimbatore. Respected DG Sir, Dr. Nandagopal, my guru, the Head of the Department of English, Dr. J. Das, the President of the function, Line M.A. Vijay Mogan, the faculty members of English Department, the research scholars, and my dear students. It gives me immense pleasure to be a part of this great function. This is really a red letter day for the Department of English. The research center has been started. Of course, so many people helped us to start this function, to start this center for research. Our chief guest is one among them who helped our college to start the program, PhD program in English. Dr. Vanilla Nancy told that our chairman is a good orator in English and Tamil. My dear students, you all know, if you want to speak in other language, you must speak in your mother language first. Those who are fluent in their mother tongue only can learn other languages easily and articulate in other languages. That is the research findings. But we people will talk English just like Tamil, because we are all from commerce background or arts, pure arts background. Say for example, we used to say English department, but actual Tamil and English. You all know, if you are able to appreciate those kind of changes from English to Tamil or Tamil to English, you will be enjoying to learn the English language. English is a special language. It is a universal language now. India is recognized by the West because we have more English speaking people. We speak English like native speakers. When we go to America, we speak American English. When you go to Europe or Britain, we speak Britain English. So we are able to quickly adapt to the phonetics involved in English language. We all know that the research in English is totally different from other branches of social sciences. For example, we used to focus as a management person or commerce person, we used to focus on applied research. Whatever the research we do, maybe in the form of survey or case study, that may help us to take decisions. For example, we may apply certain laws, certain theories into research, and we attempt to prove or disprove it. For example, in economics, we have law of diminishing return. Some of you might have studied in +2 level in economics paper. So I simply say, what is law of diminishing return? Say for example, you are eating apple. When you take the first apple, the taste will be high, the level of satisfaction will be high. When you take the second one, the level of satisfaction, the taste will be less, so it will get diminishing. If you keep on eating apple one after another, at one stage you stop. When you are forced, after that the eating will be a forced one, not interested one. This is what law of diminishing return. So people have applied this law of diminishing return for designing the quantity of beverage. You all know about mini Coke, mini Fanta, right? A student of IIM found that after drinking 200 ml of beverage, Coke or Pepsi, whatever it is, the law of diminishing return starts. So they introduced mini Coke, which was very popular, which was very successful in business. Similarly, the management group found that to expand the business, we should serve the bottom of the pyramid. So pyramid will be like this. Bottom of the pyramid is consumers of lower strata. So they came out with small quantity, sachet type shampoo, small size of like this. But in English, the research is a different ball game. So you will be comparing with one character with another character, one literature with another literature. Ours may be opinion on particular issues. Yours may be your opinion on particular character or your opinion on particular period. How people behaved in Stone Age, they are behaving. What is the psychology behind it? What is the lifestyle changes? We both together presented a paper on e-commerce just 20 years ago, that e-commerce never pick up in India. That's what our conclusion. What is happening now? You know, they are ordering dosa through online. E-commerce become part of our life, part of our lifestyle, pattern of our lifestyle. The researchers are contributing for the benefit of the humanity. So whatever the research you are doing, you must be able to form your own opinion on any.
He has also completed his MBA degree in Periyar University. He has produced 31 PhDs and 30 PhDs and 31 MPhils on various topics related to language and literature. He has worked as a head in SNMD College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore. He worked as an assistant professor for 11 years and associate professor as 3 years till now. He has organized workshops, seminars, national and international conferences. Recently, he has organized 2-day international conferences on emerging dialogues in peace and linguistics in Badia University, Coimbatore. He has completed projects on national level. Currently, he is working as a head in the Department of English and Foreign Languages. Today is your work, sir, for this research inaugural function. We are honored by your presence here, sir. On behalf of this institution, I welcome you, sir. Now the dais is yours. Welcome, sir.
అమ్మా కొంచెం వాల్యూమ్. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Vanilla Nancy, Christina, Dr. Lion M.A. Vijay Morgan, the chairman, STC. With your principal, Dr. A. Sonu, and Ms. Vinci Sophia, the review director, Dr. Nandagopal, Director General, STC. Hope Professor Padmanabhan is not here. Dr. Sudhakar and Dr. Subhashini. Ladies and gentlemen, I am really honored to inaugurate the, as Dr. Sonu sir, then there happens to be a few hiccups, and Dr. Das, the head of department, approached me, wherein getting guide recognition in the field was a little challenging, so I creeped in and helped getting the guideship approved of the faculty members. It's been that way, and that is how my association with this department started. And before that, I do remember that when we had a faculty development program in collaboration with your institution and the Department of English and Foreign Languages. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to initiate few objectives I think, with the leadership of Professor Dr. Somasar and your head of department, Dr. Das, we had faculty development programs, and I wish in the coming days student exchange program as well. When I say student so one of the initiatives is student exchange, wherein if students in any particular point of the year, both the postgraduate students and research scholars can visit the Department of English, where we will formulate a schedule, and I wish the students of the Department of English STC would visit the Department of English Foreign Languages, stay there for few days, and get the resource from the faculty members of the Department of English and Foreign Languages. Why I do say this collaboration student exchange is that we from the university have collaborated with the Jawaharlal Nehru University, JNU, University of Delhi, University of FLU, so like that, and few of the affiliating colleges as well. So this type of student exchange would better the resources in whichever way they wanna get themselves enlightened with. So that way, so by inaugurating the research center, I also would wish to introduce the one aspect of the initiative is that the student exchange. So we will schedule it out. I'll have a word with Professor Somasar, and we'll see to that schedule in particular year 1 time or 2 time visit from the department exchange and students. Second is the research scholars exchange. Research scholars can visit, in research and in the higher education system. We do a research particularly pertaining to what is literally happening at the global initiatives. If you happen to see in the global forum, literature research is taking so many dimensions today. We don't just do literally literature research, but then through distractions here. Settled? With the language in literature is that we are all sensitive. There's now even literary departments, in the sense we do really pertaining to the Department of English alone. You all knew for sure the awareness that this English language has given you so much of freedom, but with this freedom, you can integrate with any discipline possible. And that is how, we are doing an intense interdisciplinary research. The need of the hour, the new education policy, and the ministry, MHRD, demands with the introduction of new education policy, the interdisciplinary perspective of research. And I'm proud to say that having produced 31 doctoral research scholars, from the doctoral scholars, it is all what my scholars have taught me. I'm telling you right now, this interdisciplinary perspective, I'm telling you. We can tag university, grants, and collaborative understanding. So, as a researcher, you can focus on how your idea. When you have an idea of interdisciplinary, what happens? You can tap those resources. Happens, you can get the funding from the organization and use this funding for your research. And end of the day, when you do an interdisciplinary research, what happens, as you finish your doctoral degree, you will be wanted for your postdoctoral degree. That is the advantage when you do an interdisciplinary research. So, the need of the hour is disciplinary perspectives where if you check it out or if you interact with the scholars who are doing research in the university departments, you will realize and you will understand how at the global stands students in the literature and language are doing researches. So this review, this global understanding of research is very, very essential. It is not the four walls, where you do an analysis and interpretations of a given text. That is no more. Where even the literary idea can be taken to the social relevance of it. So any idea, any research understanding, it should not be like formulating and finally confining to the library, where your research finding will be the reference material. No. The time has come that whatever that the research that you do, it should make some meaning to the society. So that way, socially relevant research can be pursued from the literature language department if you have the sense of integration, interdisciplinary perspectives. This is one thing. So when you come for a research collaboration, research initiatives and the research with the Department of other universities, not only the Department of English, Bharvard University, any university for the matter. My department is collaborating with the University of Delhi, University of FLU, JNU, all those two. So that way you can extend where when you do collaborative research, your requirement, your want at the global stage and the society is very, very essentially being felt. Not like earlier traditional researches where you do an analysis and interpretation and your document will be in the library as a literal source. Not like that. First one, research. Student collaborative side. Second one is the research. Third one, the attitude. Very, very important, the attitude. Research scholars have to possess an attitude that should be something, very distinct and something very new. In the sense, you should have an awareness. What the awareness I'm stressing on is, you should look into a perspective. You have to see and search for an initiative where other people or other researchers or other searchers had never ever had thought about it. When you are into a search, when you are into an investigation, see to that your search will be something very, very unique, very, very new. And for this, what is needed from the scholar's framework of thought, from the scholar's framework, I say here, the cognition. What is needed in the cognition is an awareness for a tree to grow 200 feet or 100 feet height. The roots have to grow 300, 400. But everyone do have the sense of looking at the tree, the beauty of the tree. We describe, we feel awe by its huge status, and even goes for the matter. How many of you ever thought that, for this huge tree to stand in a big way, the roots are very, very essential. Researchers should not be taken away by this objective understanding, the objective reality, but the subjective reality. The need high of the research scholars is that the subjective experience, how you as internal, you internalize your subjective experience. So this subjective quality, how you refine yourself, how you're gonna change and bring in yourself internally. This internal quality will begin an objective understanding. Unless otherwise, you change yourself internally. This internal refinement, if this internal refinement is not happening, then you talk about the objective understanding, objective reality. But today the world is so much so materialistic. We are always taken away by the objective understanding. You know, what we see something beauty, we are carried away by it. That should not be the case with the research scholars, where you know you have to see, where your thought process has to be so much so wild, whole of the human evolution would not have thought about it. That way, you know, you have to think wild. Your journey should be something very unique, something very new, where the others had never ever, even in their dream, would not have thought about it. Such is the attitude that research scholars have to. When I say the attitude, unless otherwise, you know, you ladies and gentlemen, you know, you have this attitude, then talking about research is not at all possible. I have seen even in the higher education system at the university levels, people do research and they say they, you know, they contribute so much without knowing, you know, what literally the word research stands in for. It's very fundamental. The need for search, how to search, why you are searching for, what is that, you know, you're searching for. So unless otherwise, you know, you have this understanding of the search, then talking about research becomes very, very impossible. Second one. The third one, the attitude. Very important. I'm just giving you only one attitude. And when I say the attitude, researchers, there is nothing called right or wrong for research. Sometimes, you know, you have to raise correct questions to get the right answers. And many times, you know, you have to raise wrong questions to get the right answers. So there is nothing called right or wrong or true or false in research. Whatever you see, you should possess the perspective of research. Only that way they can govern whatever you want to govern. So, for a researcher, you have to have an investigative mind where whatever you know, explore, that can end up good or end up bad, but no, your conscience would say, like, you know, how you have to perceive your thought process. Third one, okay, the researcher, the attitude, the perception, the new way by which, you know, you are looking into any ideologies. Then when I say research, not particularly pertaining to literature, the interdisciplinary perspective of it. How you collaborate, how you integrate with other disciplines, and how you have to tag organizations. If you possess with good literature research review, and if you approach an organization, there are so many organizations ready to fund money, give you money for your research. For that, it's not easy to convince the organization. Where, you know, your ideas should be relevant, meet requirement of the society, help society. So that way, you know, you have to come out with a research ideology. When you come out with such kind of research ideology, then for sure, I guarantee you, all my scholars who are pursuing research under me will be funded by some organization of this. Unless otherwise they get the fellowship, I would never ever entertain into the research as well, because they don't want to rely on, I don't want my students, research scholars, to rely on their parents' money when they do pursue research. This one. Then Das was talking about collaboration, the third collaboration I could foresee, and this is my vision about your Department of English. The Department of English should become the Department of English and Foreign Languages. He said, Dr. Das, so you are having the foreign languages in your department. Just motivate us, you know, how to go about with the foreign languages. I've introduced German, French, Japanese, 3 foreign languages at present this particular year. They are again in collaboration with students. They're getting expertise from the foreign language. Recruiting foreign language faculty is highly impossible because the corporate will charge heavy. So we have collaborated with few organizations and few universities where they offer certificate programs and diploma programs. What is the advantage of having a foreign language? The advantage, I'm giving you only one example where I'm giving one example. One of my scholar had worked on India and Chinese cultural understanding. And after his research, he was being awarded by His Excellency the Governor of Tamil Nadu for his research. The fact that we know the border crisis, and he was here doing as a cultural understanding of the Tamil context, the Indian society overall, and the Chinese understanding. And I tell you, today he is working as working in an embassy. And when last year our Honorable Prime Minister had been to China, in one of the ambassador treatment, he was one of the personalities. My student was one of the personalities because he knew the culture of India, the culture of Tamilians, and culture of, you see, your research should be that. And few of my scholars had worked for cancer patients. I don't say these scholars are giving helping them, in recovering their biological sense. But we have a language where, you can give them support by way of language, where even when they are undergoing the very severe cancer suffering, by way of language, you can do a lovely counseling, keep them comfort, where the disease will never be a disease when you do a lovely counseling. Had worked for cancer patient, had worked for tribal communities, betterment, had worked for fisherman community. So this is how you can extend your language for helping society, a tribal society, a cancer patient. So like that, or intercultural exchange. When I had been to the ICC, the director said, why don't you come over to the project proposal of that right now the Indian government and having a crisis over the Kashmiri border issues. We can give a point of thought by our research investigation. So like that, you see, when you are searching for an idea that should be socially relevant, and your findings should help some sector of society. So that way, this could be possible only when you integrate with the other discipline. Then introducing, as I said, foreign languages. If the department wishes, how many students want to take up the certificate and diploma courses in foreign languages. Right now we have 3, and we're going to come up with few more languages, foreign languages, collaborating with the Foreign Languages Department, JNU, Jawaharlal Nehru University, Delhi. All highly learned professors going to educate you in understanding the foreign languages. If any of the students aspire and wish to learn a foreign language, the context is multilingualism. The context is multiculturalism. So no relying on one particular language. More the languages, more the advantages where we can place among the global community as such. Third one, the language in itself. This is the language we all knew for sure. There happens to be so much statements coming over and over, so much praise over this language. Local had become global and global had become local. Possible only because of this language playing the role of bridging. Today I speak to you, my idea, transfer, integrating one culture with the other culture, one tradition with the other tradition, one ideology with the other ideology. All this could be possible from the point of view of this particular language. We know for sure anyone can contribute to this language. Such is the way, this language is growing in the post-modern context. It's growing tremendously. But as a literature and language student, you have to have a biggest understanding about this language. You can speak something and you can mean the other. You can speak something and you can mean the other. So traveling with this language is very challenging, I'm telling you. It's not that easy. Many. For this I would say, we all knew for sure this how this language originated, grown, developed, and how it is at present. This is the language had grown of no father, no mother. The very birth of this language is something, not sense and sensible making. And we all today, the whole of the global community are going back of this language. Even Germans, even the Chinese, and European countries, they don't want English to creep into society. But today, they also welcome this language. Have an awareness, ladies and gentlemen. Whichever the place this language steps in, whichever the place this language enters into, this language is a virus language. The infection is tremendous. Once it gets infected, it will destroy the society. It will destroy the culture it is intervening. Such is the virality of the characteristic quality this English language. Take for example, even in our society, we all knew for sure, if you take from day, morning till evening, and if you take a statistical understanding of how many Tamil words have been replaced by English. Wherever it creeps into it infects and it destroys the society. It destroys the culture. It destroys the language. So, as a researchers, when you say, you're carrying this language, you have to know the beauty of its language, how it's making sense and sensibility, as well as the destructive quality of this language. You have to know both these things. Only then you can throw it in a bigger way. This language is virus. In fact, once it gets infected, once you're getting infected, then over. You are mad. Such is the deadly quality this language has. So you have to have these balancing perspectives, and relying on this language is not that safe. This also you have to carry. So unless otherwise, you take these two balancing perspectives, so much of good it has done to the global community. Today I am having my bread only because of this language. I have my bread only because of this language. I can't curse this language. But at the same time, when you are into research, you are supposed to see what is good and what is bad. And you should have a conscience of, take what is good and what is bad. Unless otherwise you know the other side of the language, you will never be able to travel on a good side. So, very important for researchers that you have to understand the nuances of this language, how it has grown, how it is being carried out in the medieval ages, and how it is in the post, a new man experience. This language has become a new language in the pandemic context. This language has become the virus language in the viral to the context. Very important. It has got, particularly in the pandemic context, it has got all the characteristic quality of the virus in this language. So ladies and gentlemen, with this small thought process, whatever the initiatives I had thought about it, wherever I go, whatever I feel like, I'll be sharing it to the community of learners. And I wish that this department under a wonderful leadership, whenever I say have a word with Professor Soma sir, he welcomes, he has got a futuristic understanding of how he wanted to take this institution another 5-6 years, at the global context. And you all hold responsibility. Researchers, when you go to seminar, conferences, workshops, symposium, all those, it is that you're throwing yourself, your name into the different platforms, bring glory to the institutions where you're growing. Lovely chairman, giving opportunity for the others to like the land. I've learned something, when greeted by one of the student, we got a lovely chairman holding so much of a tradition. This is how, for researchers, every walk of life, everything you see is research. I have got 2 points today, very important point by your chairman and earlier discussion with the professor. You have lovely personalities here, where the other one is traditional and this gentleman is futuristic, modern. A lovely culture you have in this climate. Use the opportunity. Grow. When you grow, you also, like faculty members, have got lot of responsibility to society. Researchers got lot of responsibility for societies. So think that way, and I wish, I want, and I wish and congratulate and greet all the scholars who got registered for the literature language studies. A wonderful research, for which any input you want from the Department of English, particularly from me, just tag Das. We will see how far we can extend and what are the possible ways which I could help out, come forward with. Already my student is here. Thanks so much.
Thank you, sir, for delivering such an inspiring speech and for motivating our students. Our greatest glory in not in never falling, but rising every time we fall. Stars shine at night, some stars shine at bright daylight. It's a pleasure to welcome one such star, Dr. J. Das, Head, Department of English, to felicitate.
Good morning, dignitaries, research scholars, my faculty members and student friends. It is really a great privilege for me to stand before you and felicitate the Research Department of English. I'm not going to take much time. Actually, I'm so happy to remember my guide, Dr. N. Kalamani, who worked this head of the department at Bharathidasan University. She was the one who molded me like what I am today. In the sense what? In research, she gave me a lot of ideas and she coned me, I could say. She coned me and she made me study up to 2 o'clock. I have shared with my students, whenever I go to class, I share this particularly relevant to my students. She made me study every day up to 2 o'clock. The next day I will have some interaction with my guide. Without interaction, the day will not end. So this is how we did research. And 4 years I was there at the university, Bharatiya University, and I was doing my research. What I'm trying to say is, in research you should have a dedication. Without dedication, it is highly impossible to carry out a research. And since we are inaugurating a research department, all the scholars should carry out original research. That is what my request to you all. All the researchers. At this juncture, I have to thank the management. Okay, whenever I approach with some proposals, they are ready to sanction. And also I have to thank our principal sir. And he is the one who is always motivating me to carry out this kind of work. At this juncture, I cordially thank our principal sir. He is my, I could say, for a department, he is a backbone. and also all the management people, they helped us a lot. Sir, especially the head of the Department of Barbary University. Whenever I call him, he will pick up my call and he will answer me. Sometimes he calls me, sir is not here, G. Tell me G, sollu me G, what do you want G? In the mari kepar sir. So as a friendly manner he would talk to me. And when I talked about collaboration, he said okay, we can have collaborations, and also sir promised that he would send our students to foreign universities along with Bharatiyar University's students. He is going to send our students, maybe our MA students, now they are doing first year, sir, welcome sir. First year they are doing now, and the final semester, in the sense fourth semester, they will be visiting any one of the foreign universities, and they spend one semester there. So that we were talking about. So if this happens, it will be a great achievement of our department. So and also sir told that we are going to have collaboration with other universities, in Indian universities, JNU, Delhi University, all those universities. And sir said our students, some of our students are interested to learn foreign languages. So I think it will be coming soon. In the sense, our students will be moving to Barbary University, where they will learn all the foreign languages. So those kind of things are going on. So with the help of Nagaraj sir. So my only request is research should be original. Research should be original, and you should dedicatedly do your research. That is how I was brought up by my guide. And also I thank one of my teachers, Dr. Noel, and with his help, I was able to read many theories. I was able to read many theories. Whenever I call him, he would teach me. Over phone, he would teach me all the theories. Such a wonderful person, and he is a visiting professor to California University. So he is a visiting professor, and I should thank all my teachers. Because of my teachers only, we are able to do something to other students. So at this juncture, I thank all my teachers, especially the management, the principal, and all my faculty members. With their support only, we are able to stand here with our faculty members. Without them, it is really impossible. So I actually congratulate all the research guides, Dr. Vanilla ma'am, Dr. Subhasini ma'am, and we'll have a fruitful and a happy research. We'll have a fruitful and a happy research, and also congratulate all the scholars, those who are into research. I congratulate and have a wonderful and happy research. We'll meet in other occasions. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for your beautiful words. Thank you, sir, for your beautiful words. Shoot for the moon, even if you miss. You land among the stars. I would like to call upon Dr. D. Sudhagar, Assistant Professor, Department of English, to submit the report on the research activities.
Pleasant morning to one and all present here. It's a privilege to stand before you. On behalf of the Department of English, we honestly thank our management for rendering all sorts of support to develop our department. Now, it's my duty and responsibility to submit the report on the research activities and the analysis of the department. One among the oldest departments in college, the Department of English has come to engage a remarkable place in both literary studies and communicative studies. Established in 1997, the department has been up to date in curriculum planning and syllabus framing. The department offers a broad spectrum of groundbreaking courses and under the choice-based credit system. It amalgamates the conventional approach of exposing the student to the characteristic of features each literary period, genres and subgenres and literature with the political readings of the literature of the present day. The syllabus felicitates the students to delineate textures both aesthetically and socio-politically to understand the discourse of literary studies as well as communicative studies. The special papers offered at UG and PG levels are gender studies, new literature, the postmodern studies, criticism, green studies, and we are going to have silver screen studies too. The department is blooming with intellectual community of teachers, scholars who are devoted to share their expertise in various fields of their specialism. It always performance driven. The members of the eminent faculty are recurrently committed to provide the best possible teaching to the undergraduate, postgraduate, MPhil and PhD scholars. Our faculty members are experts in the fields such as Indian literature, post-colonial literature, English regional studies, American literature studies, literary criticism, drama, English language teaching, gender studies, women's studies, and theatre studies. Besides this, the department provides Part 2 Communicative English to the students at the college with the knowledge of 4 language skills. We have listening skills, speaking skills, reading skills, and writing skills. Our teachers approach English language learning through communicative English teaching method, a way of teaching that utilizes a number of practical techniques to English grammar, vocabulary, spoken English, English listening, English reading and writing. Our practical techniques focuses the ability to see these English skills in real life situations. The department is also inculcate a multicultural, multilingual dimension to study English language and literature. And the department mission is to endorse the study of worldwide literature. Being a powerfully practical department, the faculty members take the teaching and research assignments very seriously without losing the sight, vision and mission statements of the department. Currently, our department offers programs such as BA English, MA English, MPhil English, PhD both. We have full-time and part-time. The outcomes of our course goes that we carry out investigation by closely examining students' performance and we allow them to bring new knowledge in their own ways to create job-oriented skills. Also, the department deems students to understand the meaning of literature and its in terms of social, cultural, political and intellectual sense. And our research activities are contributing research seminars, workshops, conferences and PDFs, and also we have research quality circle meeting for scholars to share their ideas and to get new insights in the department. At present, we have 13 PhD scholars, both full-time and part-time, and full-time MPhil scholars in our department. With the constant support and the motivation of the department, our department is planning to establish the following necessary equipments: smart classroom with 24/7 Wi-Fi connection to the scholars and renowned offline and online journals for their access. And also we plan to establish theatre, studio and digital language laboratory for the welfare of the students. To conclude the report, the research inspection took place on 19/10/2021 at the department and it has been recognized as the Center for Research in English on 26/11/2021. At this juncture, on behalf of the Department of English, we thank our beloved management, our chief guest, for their own support and love. We thank you all for your patient listening. So, with this note, I conclude and I'll thank each and everyone on this special occasion. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Dear faculty and students, a small refreshment is arranged outside and we will start the session by 11:40.
கல்ச்சரல் ஈவெண்ட்டு சொல்கிறாங்க. Really sorry today, so much of the hectic schedule, 2-3 research programs, online meetings in between. நான் லாஸ்ட் கால் கேட்டேன். I had a word with him yesterday. கொஞ்சம் மாற்றி ஏதாவது மரியாதை ஆகட்டுமா, so many meetings, but he said, sir, இல்லை சார், you are giving me long days. So anytime, we give a schedule and we break the schedule. But I don't want to disappoint, particularly children, because he said there's going to be a lot of performance activities. They are working for so hard, like 1 week to 2 weeks. There are cultural events and there are drama. So I don't want to disappoint children when they are been working for few weeks and they want to perform. Dear students and faculty members of the department, I'm really sorry for again making you wait for some time, and this is not my the character. எனக்காக வந்து யார் வெயிட் பண்ணுறது எனக்கு பிடிக்காது. I am not that big. I'm still in a learning process, very simple person. And this drama. Okay. So drama அப்படின்னு வரும்போது a few things I would like to tell it off to particularly the Department of English students. Student friends, if you happen to see in all the other southern areas, like there are in the Department of English, you have a theatre and you have performances, you have music. எல்லாமே நமக்கு வந்து லிட்ரேச்சர் லாங்குவேஜ் வந்து எதையும் விட்டு முடியாது. You cannot say this is not part of the literature or language department activities. So ஒரு language and literature department அப்படி வரும்போது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா there should be music, there should be performing arts like classic, from classical also. I want to introduce classical dance into my classical, then the modern music, then theatre, very important, because you have plays. So theatre illam vandu, so I had one popular personality, might be senior members over here might be aware of the fact that Dr. Rajani is a theatre person. Ella nama literature language department அப்படின்னா ரஜானினா தியேட்டர்னா ரஜானினா 85 years நினைச்சு பாருங்க. அவரு கீழே படிக்காதவங்க யாருமே இருக்க மாட்டாங்க. 5-6 generations of teachers learned under Dr. Rajani. When I took the charge of the head of the department, அவரை அப்படியே பிடிச்சு கொண்டு வந்து என் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் உட்கார வச்சேன். ஏன்னா எனக்கு அவர் வேணும்னு சொல்லி. அப்போ he was there with me, but and we had planned for an open theatre. இதெல்லாம் பண்ணிட்டு, but sorry, I'm very unfortunate for the students and faculty members. நம்மெல்லாம் அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கிறவங்கள்ட்ட வந்து நிறைய கற்றுக்கணும், நிறையா. ஸோ என் கூட இருந்தார் ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் டைம், இந்த பேண்டமிக் கான்டெக்ஸ்டில் he was no more. Very sad. But வந்தோடனே நான் வந்து I wanted to have theatre in my department. So framework தான் போட்டாச்சு. We have identified space and the whole the architectural work for theatre has been worked out. எல்லாம் பண்ணி கொடுத்தாரு. ஒரு சிலபஸ் பண்ணிட்டு அவர் இருக்கணும்னு ஆசைப்பட்டேன். அவர் முடியாமல் போயிடுச்சு. ஸோ அவர் ரீப்ளேஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு எனக்கு ஆள் யாரும் தெரியல எனக்கு. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி தியேட்டருக்கு வந்து ஒரு ஜீனியஸ் அவர் தான். he is the person for theatre. And what is lacking in Tamil Nadu? In other state, you have huge theatres. In Kerala, they give so much of an importance to theatre. language department like this. But I don't know, in Tamil Nadu, that this particular element is missing. Or might be thought like, we don't have much of an understanding of theatre, or we don't have specialists working in theatres. In spite of the fact that we deal with all the plays and of Shakespeare and all the stuff like. One of the initiatives the department could think about is, introducing theatre. Theatre வேணும். ஒரு ஸ்டுடியோ ஒரு தியேட்டர் இல்லாம டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் ஆஃப் இங்கிலீஷ் பார்க்க முடியாது. அப்படியா? வெரி குட். சந்தோஷம், பண்ணுங்க. அதுவும் இது பண்ணுங்க, நல்லா ஓப்பன் தியேட்டர் பண்ணுங்க, நல்லா இருக்கும், இன்னும் நல்லா இருக்கும். Because you don't limit theatrical architect into small space. நல்ல ஹியூஜ் ஸ்பேஸ் கொடுத்து நிறைய பிரிங்கின் பெர்ஃபார்மிங் ஆர்ட்ஸ் கொண்டு வாங்க, மியூசிக் கொண்டு வாங்க, பெயிண்டிங்ஸ் கொண்டு வாங்க, எல்லாம் வரும், எதுவுமே விடக்கூடாது. So we have to explore all these possibilities. See, நம்ம டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் தான் எல்லாம் பண்ண முடியும். People have to, when they think about the English department, also tell me, இன்னும் அவனை பல லோலா விட்டுருக்காங்க பார்க்கணும். இன்னும் டெய்லி ஒரு ஈவெண்ட் நடத்துறானுங்க, அது பண்றாங்க, இது பண்றானுங்க, ஒரே கேரக்டா இருக்கு, கூத்து அடிச்சுட்டு கும்மா அடிச்சுட்டு இருக்காங்க. நம்ம டிபார்ட்மெண்டே கூத்து கும்மாள் தான். ஆமா, அதை பண்ணணும். நம்ம என்ன பெருசா என்னமோ அப்படி நினைச்சிட்டு என்ன பண்றோம்னா, எல்லாம் நான் பேர் நினைச்சிடறோம் இல்லையா, நினைச்சிட்டு நான் we are as if doing bigger things சொல்லி எல்லாம் பெருசு பெருசா நினைச்சிட்டு இருக்கோம். அப்படிலாம் இல்லை. சிம்பிள் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங், நம்ம கல்ச்சர் என்ன, நம்ம ட்ரெடிஷன் என்ன, அதில் ஹவு திஸ் இங்கிலீஷ் லாங்குவேஜ் கேன் பி இன்கார்பரேட்டட், ஒர்க்ட் அவுட், இப்படி பார்த்துட்டு நம்ம இந்த கூத்து கும்மாளம், தெருக்கூத்து, பாட்டு, டான்ஸு, மியூசிக், கல்ச்சர் வரும்போது இதெல்லாம் வந்துட்டா, இதெல்லாம் கல்ச்சர்னால இதெல்லாம் தான் கல்ச்சர். இதெல்லாம் இருந்தால் தான் இங்கிலீஷ் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டு புஷியாக இருக்கணும், சந்தோஷமாக இருக்கணும், எல்லாம் ஹாப்பியாக இருக்கணும். ஏன்னா ஐ ஹாவ் ஒன் தியரி இன் மை ஐடியாலஜி. எனக்கு சோகம் என்னன்னு தெரியாது. யாராவது அழுத்து தான் நான் புரிஞ்சு போக மாட்டேன், அவனை பார்க்கவே மாட்டேன் நான். ஏன்னா தட் இஸ் நாட் மை கப் ஆஃப் டீ. இருக்க கொஞ்ச நாள் வாழ்க்கை நம்ம வாழ்க்கையை பற்றி தான் படிக்கிறோம். வி ஆர் ஸ்டடிங் அபவுட் மெயின் மேட்டர்ஸ் அண்ட் கேரக்டர்ஸ். அப்படி படிக்கும்போது அது மாதிரி வாழணும். அது மாதிரி நம்ம வாழலைன்னா வாட் இஸ் த நீட் ஃபார் லேர்னிங் அண்ட் டூயிங் ஸ்டடி ஆஃப் கிரேட் லிட்ரேச்சர் அண்ட் ஆர்ட். We study about tradition, we study about culture, we study about art, we study about personalities, we study about personality types, we study about characters. எதனா நம்ம விட்டு வைக்கலாம், நம்ம இதான் நம்ம விட்டு ஒன்று விட்டு வச்சுக்கலாம் பாருங்க. If you explore in our literary text, இதாவது இந்த விஷயத்துல ஒரு காம்பனன்ட் நம்ம விட்டு வச்சுக்கலாம் பாருங்க. More than we people, the faculty members எப்பயும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னு வச்சுக்கேன், die doing ஒரு ரெஸ்ட்ரிக்ஷன் ரெகுலேஷன் வச்சுட்டு இருப்பாங்க. நம்ம டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டுக்கு one of the advantage that the students and research scholars have to take it. You have to take initiative, come forward and introduce so many programs. பாருங்க சார், அந்த காலேஜ் அது நடக்குது, இந்த காலேஜ் இது நடக்குது, இந்த காலேஜில் அந்த பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி you have to come and stress and force faculty members to introduce events எல்லாம். அப்பதான் குஷியாக இருக்க முடியும். ஸோ இதெல்லாம் நீங்கள் பண்ணணும், திருப்தி பண்ணிருக்கணும். இதெல்லாம் பண்ணும்போது லேர்னிங் தான். Life is very simple now, I tell you. Don't think, don't ever think, big events and you're gonna do big things. சின்ன அது குஷியாக இருக்கும். சின்ன விஷயம் செம குஷியாக இருக்கும். ஏன்னா நம்ம லிட்ரேச்சர் சப்ஜெக்ட், லாங்குவேஜ் சப்ஜெக்ட் குஷி தான். மற்ற சப்ஜெக்ட் தான் படிச்சுட்டு கஷ்டப்பட்டு வரப்பாங்க. நம்ம we are in our literary text we are studying about who. நான் உன்னை பற்றி படிக்கிறேன், நீ என்னை பற்றி படிக்கிற, நான் உங்களை பற்றி படிக்கிறோம், நீங்க என்ன பற்றி படிக்கிறீங்க. இப்படி இட்ஸ் கொலாபரேட்டிவ் ஆக்ட். ஒருத்தர் தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறது தான் நம்ம பெரிய பெரிய டெக்ஸ்ட்ல படிக்கிறோம். அது இஃப் இட்ஸ் whatever that you check it out with the literary text, நீ உனக்குள்ள பார்த்தே வச்சுக்கேன், you would have been already practicing all this in your life. But என்னன்னா we give importance to text and we don't give importance to human resource, personalities and personal types. எது ரியலா இருக்கோ அதை நம்ம பயந்துக்கிறோம். அது பர்டிகுலர்லி இந்த பேண்டமிக் கான்டெக்ட்ல பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வச்சுக்கேன், we fear one human over humanity. I tell you one important fact, I'll tell you one important fact. The hardest of the hardest truth. And in the pandemic context, real lesson. All the literary and language expertise have learned. We fear one human over humanity. Why we fear one human? நீ வர்றியா வீட்டுக்கு ஐயோ வந்துடாத நான் உன்னை பார்க்கறேன்னா ஐயோ பார்த்துடாத distancing. The pandemic context whole of the human evolution what one should not put into practice had been putting into practice by society. ஏதாவது pandemic virus context எவ்வளோ வீட்டுக்கு வரணும் போகணும்னு பார்த்துட்டீங்களா? ஏதாவது கூப்பிடுவோமா, வெல்கம் பண்ணுவோமா? Worst human evolution the worst experience a human could undergo is one human fear over other human. தப்புடா. யோசிச்சு பாருங்க. ஒரு க்ளோஸ் ஃப்ரெண்டா இருக்கான், என் கூட நெய்பர் இருந்தான், ஒரு 40 வருஷம் 30 வருஷம் பழகிருக்கோம். எல்லாம் கதவை சாத்தி பார்த்துட்டு எப்போ வந்துருவானா பயந்துக்குவானுங்க. இவன் தான் வந்துருவான் வீட்டுக்குள்ள சொல்லி வந்தானா வேலைஸ் கொண்டு வருவானா சொல்லி. இந்த மாதிரி the fear of one human over the fear of the other human. But human is a reality. I'm telling you, human is a reality. But நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம்? We are giving so much of an importance to what is unreal. இதுதான் தெரிஞ்சுக்கணும். நம்ம வாழ்ற வாழ்க்கையெல்லாம் ரொம்ப பொய்யான வாழ்க்கை. We give importance to abstract things. What is unreal? They call virtual reality. You are living in the context of virtual reality. பாரு மொபைலில் 7 வீட்டுக்கு வந்துருக்கேன், அங்கே எந்த மனுஷன் இருக்கா, நான் இங்கே பேசிட்டு இருக்கேன், ஆனால் அங்கே இருக்கேன் 3 எனக்கு ஆமாம் இதெல்லாம் குழப்பம். இதெல்லாம் இப்போ எஜுகேஷன் போயிட்டு இருக்கு. You see how the education and learning is happening today. I am present there and I am not present there. ஏதோ படத்தில் வருது வராது சொல்ல இதுதான் போல நடந்துட்டு இருக்கு. இதெல்லாம் குழப்பம். And this is what is happening today. Even in education. If it is happening in other forum, okay da. It is happening in education, but the hardest reality is that we have to accept and agree and go, this is what the reality is. Where I am the examiner for PhD, I don't know. And I know and I am there and I am not there. And I am performing here. I am here doing something or the other which I am not witnessing. But people on the other side, they think, that is real. Nagarajan irukkaan, paathuட்டு இருக்கான் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி ஒரு கண்ணையும் இல்லைங்க. அது போய் that is so what the pandemic context, what the lesson we have learned, we are giving so much of an importance to what is unreal da. நமக்கு மற்ற business person or any other people can give value importance to what is unreal. நம்ம புறப்பாடு கிடையாது. நம்ம we value human. நம்ம படிப்பே அதுதான். எப்படி நடந்துக்கணும், எப்படி ஒருத்தர் மதிக்கணும், எப்படி சொசைட்டியில் வாழணும், நம்ம என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம், நம்ம ஹியூமனிட்டி எப்படி இருக்கு, இதுதான் நம்ம படிப்பே, நம்ம லைஃப், நம்ம ஜீனே, நம்ம சிஸ்டமே அதான், நம்ம வெயினே அப்படிதான். சிலுக்கணும், ஒரு பேசினா வச்சுக்க வைப்ரேஷன் ஆகும், உணர்ச்சி, தி எமோஷன்ஸ், யூ கேரி லாட் ஆஃப் எமோஷன்ஸ் தான். இதெல்லாம் தான் நம்ம சிஸ்டம் தான். ஆனால் இதெல்லாம் விட்டு போட்டு இன்னைக்கு மெக்கானிக்கலாக போயிட்டு இருக்கோம். அண்ட் பேண்டமிக் கான்டெக்ஸ்ட்ல ரொம்ப மோசம் போகும். Fear of one human over the other, very very dangerous. The evolution, whole of the evolution had not encountered this encounter of one fear of humanity over one human over the other human, but we have not feared humanity, and humanity is free. Humanity is abstract, endured. The whole is humanity is abstract, but we fear humanity, not the human. But what is real, we are not giving importance to. What is unreal, we are giving importance to. In the drama, why so much of activities? Why performance? Why theatre? Introduce good literature, introduce art, introduce culture, introduce the value systems, the attitudes, the ideas we are carrying out. what not. எல்லாமே தான். இந்த உலகத்துல நம்மளோட பார்வை எப்படின்னா வச்சுக்கேன், எல்லாமே, everything, it is in our system, it is part of what we learn from. So, and the மாதிரி இருந்தா வச்சுக்கேன், then the stage is everyone's stage to perform. Every day you perform, every minute you perform, எல்லா நாளும், எல்லா நிமிஷம், எல்லா நேரத்திலும், எப்ப வேணாம். You are there, the whole world has experienced stage, said like, perform. You do perform on what you want to do, not on the limited span of time, but then every minute, every hour is a stage for you. But நம்ம நினைச்சுக்கிறோம், இல்லை, நம்ம we live in a Maya world. I tell you, the hardest of hardest one to பேசக்கூடிய பெயின் அந்த பிறந்தது தான். இப்போ மை கொடுத்து பேசிட்டு இருக்கேன். I come to ஒன்று தெரிஞ்சுக்கொண்டா, ஒரு truth I'm telling you. When you come from your mother's womb, அம்மாவோட ஹோம்லேருந்து வெளியே வந்துட்டோன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, நெக்ஸ்ட் மினிட் நம்மளுக்கு மணி இருக்க ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டான்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. Our countdown starts. We are nearing every day, every minute death. The minute you come out from your mother's womb, your money அடிக்கிறது ஆரம்பிச்சாச்சு. Your death day comes. But நம்ம என்ன நினச்சிட்டு இருக்கோம், நிறையா வாழ போகிறோம், இன்னும் இத்தனை வருஷம் வாழ போகிறோம், 40 வருஷம் வாழ போகிறோம், 50 வருஷம் வாழ போகிறோம். That is not the real. The minute you come into existence, your countdown starts. But we think, we are going to live for so many years, and so we live in a Maya and Maya world. It's essential to live in Maya and Maya. அப்பப்போ வேணும், பறக்கணும், இதெல்லாம் வேணும். பட் அங்கேயே இருக்கக்கூடாது. You have to come down to reality. That is where the difference between the other people and the disciplined people. நிஜம் எது, உண்மை எது, எது எப்படி என்ன அடிக்கணும் அப்படி சொல்லணும், தெரியணும். அது அதுதான் நம்ம டிசிப்ளின். இந்த பியூட்டி எந்த டிசிப்ளின் கிடைக்காது. உனக்கு நிஜம் என்னன்னு தெரியும், பொய் என்னன்னு தெரியும், உண்மை என்னன்னு தெரியும், இவங்க எப்படி பார்க்கறான்னு தெரியும், அவன் எப்படி பார்க்கறான்னு தெரியும், அவங்க எப்படி பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கான்னு தெரியும், அவங்க எப்படி பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கான்னு தெரியும். உனக்கு தெரியும் யார் என்னன்னு. தட் இஸ் யுவர் பியூட்டி. வாழண்டா, நல்ல வாழண்டா. ஸ்மால் லைஃப், ஒன் டைம், அடிச்சு பொழிக்கணும்டா. நல்லா இருங்க, பெர்ஃபார்ம்.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your wonderful speech about theatre and drama.
I invite the artist, I should say, perform on the stage.
Don't waste words on people who deserve your silence. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. I welcome the drama students to come on the stage to enact Merchant of Venice by Shakespeare.
Coming down. Our boys are going to stage the play Merchant of Venice. Actually, not the whole play. The trial scene they are going to stage on. Trial scene, in Merchant of Venice, Shakespeare's play Merchant of Venice, where you have this trial scene. So they are going to stage. Mike.
Hello. What is better?
Hello everyone. I am Umar. I am doing a role as a Shylock. This is the play of a merchant of Venice. It is about a last scene that has a court scene. Okay.
I'm Lavanya as Basanu. I'm Tapsam as Graciano.
I'm Manipani as Salani.
Santosh Ediya as Duke.
I'm Abita as Antonio.
Jennifer as Portia.
Sangeeta as Nirisha.
What? Is Antonio here?
Ready, so please your grace.
I'm sorry for thee, though the art come to an answer. An inhuman wretch, incapable of pity, void and empty, from any dram of mercy.
I have here your grace hath taken great pains to qualify his rigorous course, but since he stands obdurate, and that no lawful means can carry me out of his envy's reach, I do oppose my patience to his fury, and I am armed. The very tyranny and danger of his.
Go on and call the Jew into the court.
He is ready at the door. He comes, my lord.
Therefore, and let the Jew stand before our face. Shylock, the world thinks, and I think so too. Though, with the malice, though, let the But though, let the malice be this last hour of act, and then this thought. But show thy mercy, and most strange. Then the strange is an apparent cruelty, and now where it's an exact penalty, which the bound of this poor merchant's flesh. Fulfilling the moiety of principle, glancing an eye of pity on his losses. Forgive the moiety of principle, glancing an eye of pity on his losses, and so now huddled on his back, enough to press a royal merchant down, and cut the commensuration of his state from a brassy bosom and rough heart of flint, from a stubborn pride and purpose that never trained to office a tender courtesy. We all expect a gentle answer, Jew. I have possessed the grace of what I purpose, and by the holy Sabbath have I sworn to the true and forfeit of my bond. If you deny, fire upon the law. You may ask, why I rather to choose to have a way of carrying breast than to receive a 3,000 jackets. I'll not answer that, but it's my humor and I answered yet. Some men, they love not gapping a pig. Some men, they're beholding a cat, and others, when the bagpipe sings, they could not contain their urine. An affectionate mistress of patience says in the mood, what if likes our lords? Are you answered that? There is no firm reasons to be rendered. Why he can't edible a gapping pig? Why he harmless necessary cat? Why he a wooden bagpipe?
but pours of much shame to individual shame. And I losing a logistic state and a certain law thing against him. And I bear Antonio just following a losing suit against him. Are you answered that?
This is no answer.
Let them.
The unfeeling man to excuse the current of priority.
I'm not bound to please thee with my answers.
The all men guilty things do not love.
Hate no man that he would not be killed.
Every offense not a hate first.
What? Wouldn't thou have a serpent stings thee twice?
I pray you, think you Pushimitaju, you may as well go stand upon the beach and bid the main flood wait his usual height. You may as well use question with the wolf, why he had made the eve bleed for the lamb. You may as well forbid the mountain pines to walk their high tops and to make no noise. When they have written with the gusts of heaven, you may as well do anything most hard as seek to soften that then which was harder, his Jewish heart. Therefore, I do beseech you, make no more offers, use no further means, but with all brief and plain conveniency, let me have the judgment, the do his will.
For 3,000 decades, it is 6.
What judgment shall I dread, doing a 6-part? Every part's a jacket. I would not draw them. I would have my bond. For show, hope for mercy, rendering none. What judgment shall I dread, doing no wrong? You may have among many purchased slaves, which like classes of your dogs and mules. You use your object in this lavish power. Shall I say you? Let them be free and marry them to your haze. Why the sweat being the underburn? Let their beds be softened as yours, and their palate be seasoned with their such of viands. The slaves. Are you answered that? The slaves are ours. Even the pound of flesh which I demand of him, it's dearly bought. It is mine and I'll have it. If you deny, fire upon so law. There is no firm reasons to there is no reasons in the degrees of Venice. I stand here for the judgment. Answer, shall I have it? Found my power. I dismiss this court unless Benario, the learned doctors who have I sent to determine this, come here today.
My lord, case stays with them. A messenger with letter from the doctor, an email from Pajo.
Bring me the letter. Call the messenger.
Good cheer, Antonio. What man, courage yet. The Jew shall have my flesh, blood, bone and all. Yet thou shalt lost for me one drop of blood.
I am a tainter, whether of the flock. Meetest for death, the weakest kind of food. Drops earliest to the ground, and so let me. You cannot better be employed, Bassanio, than to live still and write mine epitaph.
Came you from Padua, from Benario.
From both, my lord, Benario pleads your grace. Why dost thou behave so honestly?
To cut the forfeiture from the bankrupt day.
Not on their sword, but on their sword. Ah, Jew, no makers the knife kin, but no metals can. No, not the hangman's axe, beer of the keenness of the sharp envy can no prayers peace thee.
No, none do have enough to make it.
Oh, without damn it, inexcredible dog, and for the thy life let justice be ours. Though almost makers me waver in my faith to hold opinion with Pythagoras, that souls of animals infuse themselves into the trunks of man, courage bred, governed a wolf who hanged for human slaughter, even from the gallows did his fell soul flee. And the will lay on thy unhallowed dam, infuse itself in thee, for the desires are wolvish, bloody, starved and ravenous.
So thou can't drain the seed of my born, but though his lungs speak so loud, repair the wit, could you, or will fall to the cureless ring. I stand for the law. This letter from Valerio, the commander. A young and learned doctor have come to the place. Where is he?
He attempted a hard bite. To know your answer, whether you'll admit him?
With all my heart, 3 or 4 of you, go and give him a courteous conduct to this place. Meantime, the court will hear the Valerio's letter.
Your grace shall understand at the receipt of your letter I am very sick. But in the instant that your messenger came, in loving visitation was with me a young doctor of Rome. His name is Balthazar. I acquainted him with the cause of controversy between the Jew and Antony the merchant. We turned over many books together. He is furnished with my opinion, which, better with his own learning, the greatness whereof I cannot enough command, comes with him. At my importunity, to fill up your grace request in my state, I beseech you, let his lack of years be no impediment to let him lack a reverent estimation. For I never knew so young a body with so old a head. I leave him to your gracious acceptance, whose trial shall better publish his commendation.
May you all hear what Valerio has rights. And here, I take it. Is the doctor come? Give me your hand. Are you from Valerio?
I did, my lord.
Take your place. You are welcome. Are you acquainted with the following differences that hold the present questions in the court?
I am informed thoroughly of the cause. Which is the merchant here and which the Jew?
Antonio, hold Shylock. Stand before.
Is your name Shylock?
Shylock is my name.
Of a strange nature is the suit you follow. It in such rule that the Venetian law cannot impugn you as you do proceed. You stand within his danger, do you not?
So he says.
Do you confess them all?
I do.
Then must the Jew be merciful.
On what compulsion must I? Tell me that.
The quality of mercy is not strength. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed. It bless him that gives and him that takes. This mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes the throne monarch better than his throne. His scripture shows the force of temporal power. But mercy is above the scripture's weight. It is enthroned in the heart of kings. It is an attribute to God himself. An earthly power that liketh God's when mercy seasons justice. Therefore, Jew, though justice be rightly, none of us should see salvation. We do pray for mercy. And that same prayer that teaches all to tender the deeds of mercy. I have spoke thus much to mitigate the justice of thy plea, which is the follow. The strict court of Venice must meet give sentence against the merchant that.
My deed upon my head, I crave the law.
Is he not able to discharge the money?
Yes, curate, and it from in the court. Yeah, twice the sum, if this will not suffice. I will bound to pay it 10 times over. On forfeit of my hands, my head, my heart. If this will not suffice, it must appear that man is here bound with you. And I beseech you, responsible to your authority, to do a great right, do a little wrong, and crop this cruel, develop his will.
It must not be. There is no power in Venice can alter a decree established. Will be recorded a precedent, and many an error by the same example will rush into the state. It cannot be.
Your Daniel, give to the judgment. Yes, your Daniel, oh wise young judge, how do I honor thee?
I
I pray you, let me look up on the bond.
Here it is, most reverend doctor. Here it is.
Shylock, there is thrice thy money offered thee.
An oath, I have an oath in heaven. Shall I lay produce upon my soul? No, not for winners.
Why this bond is forfeit, and lawfully by this Jew may claim a pound of flesh. Be merciful. Take thy thrice thy money. Bid me cheer the bond.
When you paid according to the tenor, you don't appear you are an unworthy judge. But, shall I say it then? You don't
Heartily, I do beseech the court to give the judgment.
Why then, thus it is, you must prepare your bosom for this night.
What a worthy judge! Oh, an excellent young man!
For the intent and purpose of the law, have full relation to the penalty, which here appears due upon the bond.
This is very true, well, the upright judge.
Therefore, lay bare your bosom.
Ah, his breast says in the bond, though it not a upright judge, near to his heart, says in the bond with his very word.
It is so. Are there talents here to weigh the flesh?
I have them ready.
Have by some surgeon, Shylock, on your church, to stop his wounds, he plead to death.
It is not nominated in the bond.
It is not so expressed, but what of that? 12 good you do so much for charity.
Shall I look at the bond? I could not find it. It is not in the bond.
You, merchant, have you anything to say?
But little, I am armed and well prepared. Give me your hand, Basani. Grieve not that I fall into this for you. Grieve not that I fall into this for you, and that no lawful means can carry you. Commend me to your honorable wife. Tell her the process of Antonius in. Say how I love you. And when the tale is told, bid her be judge, whether Bassanio had not once loved, most heartily, to give the judgment.
You just dear to me as life itself, but life itself. My wife and all the world are not with me, esteemed above the life. I would lose out a sacrifice to you. Hit to this devil to deliver you.
Your wife would give little thanks for that. If she were by here, you make the offer.
I have a wife whom my brothers I love. I would she were in heaven, so she would. Entreat some power to change this courage Jew.
A pound of that same wretched flesh is thine. The court awards it, and the law doth give it.
A very bold judge.
And you must cut this flesh from off his breast. The law allows it, and the court awards it.
Well said, a sentence. Come, prepare.
Stop!
What?
Tarry a little. There is something else. This bond doth give here no jot of flesh. The bonds are expressly on a pound of flesh. Take them thy bond. Take a pound of flesh. But in the cutting it, if God has shed one drop of Christian blood, thy lands and goods are by the law of penance.
It is in the law.
Thy son shall see the act. For us though, if unjust justice be assured.
Fine. Then I'll take the deed and pay my bond price and let the Christian go.
Here is the money. So, the Jew shall have all justice. He shall have nothing but the penalty.
O Jew, an upright judge, a learned judge.
Therefore, prepare thee to cut off the flesh. Shed thou no blood. If thou cuts more or less than a just pound, be it but so much, as make it light or heavy in the substance, or division of the 20th part, if one poor scrubble, nay, if the skill do turn but in the estimation of hair, thou diest, and thy goods are confiscated.
Give me my principal and let me go.
I have it ready for thee. Here it is.
He hath refused it in the open book. He hath merely justice and his bond.
The second Daniel Jew, I thank thee Jew for teaching me that word.
Give me barely my principal.
Tarry, Jew, the law hath yet another hold on you. It is enacted by the law of Venice. The war against the which he contracts shall seize one half his goods, and the other half comes to the privy coffer state. Thou, therefore, and beg mercy of the Duke.
Why? When the devil gives a proof of him, I still no longer question.
Tarry, Jew, beg mercy of the Duke.
Beg that thou must have him to have the bond paid. So, and I wish to thee that he will mercy me.
So, see the difference of our spirits. I pardon thee the life, though before ask it. The wealth of half will Antonius, and the other one comes to the general state upon the fine.
What mercy can you render him, Antonio?
No grace, alter grace, is God's grace.
So please, my lord, the duke, and all the court, to quite a fine for one half of his fee. I am content, so he will let me have. The other half in use to render it.
He will do it, or else I do recant. I pardon that I late pronounced here.
Art thou contented, Jew?
No, take my life, and all. I pray you, take my life. My pardon, not that. Take my house, and when you do it, take the prop. You take my life, and when it be one means by whereby I live.
Get gone thee, do it.
In Christian shall I have had 2 godfathers. But it would be 2 more than 10. Bring the gallows, but not the font.
Clerk, draw a deed of gift.
I pray you, let me go of this, and let me go here from hence. I am so weak, so please send the deed after me, and I'll sign it.
Get gone thee. Sir, I entreat you home with me for dinner.
I humbly do desire. I must away this night to Padua.
I am sorry for thee, though your leisure can't serve you. And can you gratify this gentleman? In my mind, you are more bound to him. Let him free.
on the stage. Okay, so see, I think you're all listening. Students, listen. They have been practicing for a long time, more than 2 weeks. They worked hard actually. Okay, and they dedicated themselves, and they enacted, they by-hearted all the dialogues. And you know, last night also, actually, I should say this. I should record something now. Actually, Umar missed some dialects actually. Yesterday, when we had rehearsal, he missed some dialects, and Abhishek. He molded him, and now he did not forget anything, and he delivered all the dialects. So my special congratulations to Umar. Okay? My heartiest congratulations to all the actors. Okay, they have dedicated. And who is the Lavanya? Then what are your names? Stubson. Okay, they are doing first year BA English Literature. Okay, see how they acted and how they delivered the dialects. No, so I appreciate everyone. Okay, I appreciate everyone. So we are so happy that our department is initiating something. Okay, so as I said, and we are also going to introduce theatre. Okay, so wherein we'll have a lot of practices like this with all the support of faculty members. Now I invite Nagaraj sir to have a few words about our drama. Yes, sir. Sir, please.
This is one of the challenges when you are doing parallel works without concentrating on one. Anyhow, in between I was checking it out, the character role play. It was lovely, and I wish so many performers to come on to this particular stage, at least in the unreal world. You perform in the unreal world and become real in the regularities of life. So my whole heart greetings and wishes to the whole team. Do give a lot of performance in the coming days as well, and whatever that you have performed on the stage is going to be the performance on life as well. So my whole heart congratulations to all the performers. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Dear literature students, you made a spectacular job and bringing the real characters of drama in front of eyes. You all made us bodacious. Thank you guys.
The end of the melody is not its goal, but nonetheless had the melody not reached its goal, and it would have reached its goal either. Now I would like to welcome Dr. M. Subhashini, Associate Professor, Department of English, to propose the vote of thanks.
That note, the man who forgets to be thankful has fallen asleep in life, said by R.L. Stevenson. So with this, it's my privilege to propose vote of thanks, and also it's an honor to be a part of this wonderful occasion. A special thanks to our chief guest, Dr. P.NAGARAJ, Head Associate Professor, Department of English, for accepting our invitation and to grace today's occasion with your thoughts and also with valuable information. Thank you, sir. I extend my thanks to our chairman, M.A. Vijay Mohan, who graced our occasion with kind words and valuable contribution to the Department of English. Thank you, sir. I express my heartfelt thanks to Dr. R. Nandagopal, Director General, for his constant and unstreaming support. Thank you, sir. A special thanks to our principal, Dr. A. Somu, for being the catalyst that stimulated us to our best. Thank you, sir. And an event like this cannot happen overnight. It requires planning and a bird's eye for details. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by our HOD and our team to proactive and involvement in making our day most memorable. Thank you, sir, and thank you, our fraternity. Finally, I would like to thank our budding stars who made this event as a benchmark. Also, special thanks to our technical team. Last but not least, a big thank to our artists come entertainers for making this day more memorable. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Many feelings may come and go, but the feelings when we hear our national anthem that rises our goosebumps is really magical. I request you all to stand for the national anthem.